Hello everybody. I'm sorry my voice isn't very good. Thank you Alan for inviting me.
Great to have you back.
It's nice to be here. My name is Dag. That's the easiest way to spell it. I'm the CEO in a Norwegian company called Norgeshus. Alan also told me I should tell I'm the owner. And I'm the chairman of the Norwegian Home Builder Association. So if anybody of you know that, that's me. This is us.
Det så godt å vite at du kanskje helt med drømmehuset til noen andre da.
Det blir jo på en måte litt ditt da, fordi om du ikke skal bo her selv, så har vi jo vært med og skapt det. Det er et godt miljø, og da resulterer det til at folk trives, og da gjør de en god jobb.
Det som skiller Norgeshus fra de andre, det at vi har hele bakken. Det enkelt, liksom.
Jeg føler jeg har veldig masse igjen å lære. Det har jeg. Jeg blir ikke utlært som snekker.
Du har skapt noe som står der i mange år etter du har vært der og satt opp. Du kan gå tilbake med stolthet og se på at det der har jeg bygd.
I'm going to talk to you today about how we use BIM during the whole process, from the beginning of the planning and all through the whole process. This is, first a few words about my company. We like to call us Norway's leading home builder. That's something to do ourselves. Nobody else told us that. We are a franchise chain of home builders. The headquarters is in Melhus, in the middle of Norway. We are about 116 members companies all the way in Norway, and we build about 1,000 homes a year. Total we have about 1,500 employees. I'm going to use this trend house that is Norway's most built single-family home in the last few years. We have built about 300 of these homes. And the architect is John Birger, who's working at the main office. This is what I'm gonna talk about today. There are a lot of actors in the building process. From the starting with the regulation and the zoning, all through the planning and the building. And I believe that Open BIM is the key to success, to share data all through the process. And that's what I'm going to try to share with you today, how we use BIM from the beginning to the end. And we start with the zoning plans. And in Norway, it's been like this for about, as long as I lived. Printed drawings and text are delivered to the local authorities, and they say yes or no. New requirements give us much more opportunities to show this in different kind of ways. Sun studies, 3D visualization. And I'm going to show you how we can do it now. This is a small project nearby the main office. This is how we used to do it, just 2D printed drawings. But now we can put these drawings upon a map, and the local authorities can see where, how this is going to be with the surroundings, and how, actually where it is. When this one is, when I'm working with the zoning plans, we're also working with the houses that we're going to put upon it. And our architect and engineers are using ArchiCAD, and we also project as 3D dimensional houses. We've been doing that for about 10 years. And what's great now is that we can put this BIM model upon the zoning plan, so you can see how the house is going to be, not when it's finished, but it's easier for the government to see how this small plan is going to be. This is actually a kind of a BIM model, not about E in it, but you can put on the heights on the zoning plan, and you can see if the houses are okay or not. So this makes it much easier for the government to see if this project is going to be nice with the surroundings. And it's a BIM model, so you can click on it and you get information on what it is. So now we have this design with the architect, and now we have to put the other stuff in it. And we start with the ventilation. The ventilation design started that about 10 years ago. Then you can just send the BIM model over to the supplier, and they was drawing the ventilation system inside the model. Then we get it back, and we can see if it was okay. The first time the ventilation system was outside the building, so it wasn't. After the ventilation design is okay, we send it to the plumber. The sign-up pipe system in detached houses in Norway, it's actually a challenge due to lack of BIM knowledge to the plumbers. But some plumbers are delivering design in the IFC format. And this also about something we did that gave us some problems in the beginning, was that we send our BIM model or architect model to everyone. And they just put it on the side and we get it back, and everything was crashing. So this time we start with the ventilation, and then the plumber, and at last the electrician, because they need a smaller space. Electrician design for detached houses is okay in Norway. Most electricians can deliver the drawings in the IFC format. So now I have this complete BIM model of this house. We can open it in Solibri. Probably someone is happy with that. And we can do this controls, the crash controls. Can go around the building, and some of the components in this model are now a lot of information in the elements. So this is our BIM model, and usually 4 or 5 years ago it stopped there. This was how far we're going to get. But now we want to use this BIM model during the rest of the process. And we start with the calculation, the cost calculation. And we use a program produced in Norway called the Holte. And to create the cost calculation, we can now use the BIM model to create the cost calculation of the house. I have this movie that first we just can check out the information from ArchiCAD, and then we import this file into this program. Should put music on this one, I think.
Sing.
As you can see now, the cost estimate is about 80–90% finished, complete. That's a huge thing for us. We now use 2 or 3 hours to calculate the house. Usually used 2 or 3 days. And SmartCalc can also calculate everything that's in the house. Also we can add different materials, what the customer wants. And this is something that happened about a year ago, is that we now can enrich the model back. So all the cost calculation, all the materials, all the time we're going to spend working with this house, we can bring back in the model again. So we actually enrich the BIM model with information from this calculation. So now you can see if you open the BIM model again, it's much more information on the wall. So now we know how much this house is going to cost us. And then we come to the clients. And in the beginning, this was how we did sell our houses. On 2D drawings, talking with the customer, they were making some customization. And some of them was excited or maybe not happy when they did see, this is how it's going to be when the house is finished. But now we can use this BIM model and create a virtual reality. So the customers can go around in the house and see how it's going to be. And they can also do the changes. They can change the floor, change the color, and change the kitchen. I'm going to show you now 2 videos. The first one is actually an old one, but it's the same house. And there it's possible for the customers to do the changes, and they can go around and see how it's going to be. I'm sorry. I think I'm going to stop it there. I'd like to show you our latest project. It's quite the same, but then we used the same program, but then we use the customer can see how much it's going to cost them to do the changes. So when they walk around the house and change the floor, change the kitchen, actually the calculation is ticking. So this is the latest one, another project. this is how we sell some of the project today. Not everyone, but some of them. So now we have sold this house to the customer, and then we had to get building permit from the local authorities. And then our BIM will stop. Because then you have to print it in two-dimensional and put it in an envelope and deliver it to the local office. So from us to the planning office, it's not possible to use the BIM model yet. They are working with this in Norway right now, and I hope that we can use this BIM model of our zoning plans in 3D to get approval in seconds in about 4 or 5 years. The Norwegian government say that in 1 year we can deliver the BIM model. I'm not sure that's going to happen, but 4 or 5 years, I think that's going to be possible. Because today the information stops when I are sending it to the local authorities. In Norway we use 4 ways to construct, and we use this BIM model to create all these drawings we need. Most of our homes are created on-site construction. We use sometimes pre-cut when we cut the timber before delivering at the construction site. Elements, it's about 10-15%, I think, of our houses, and modules is about 5%. That's how we do it in Norway now. I heard what you was talking about, and I believe that elements is going like this in Norway like now. So I believe that's going to be 50% in about 5 years. Modules, I'm not sure yet. Maybe. Most or some of the apartments in Norway are created modules, but not in Norway. We buy them from other countries. I can talk about that later. This is something that our companies is not very good at. Timetable to create them. They create them after finishing the drawings, and they create the timetable, and then it's not working after 1 week or 2 weeks. Probably I've heard about that as well. And they don't use. We have small companies, and they don't use enough time on this one. But we have all the information we need in the BIM model to create this timetable, but I haven't been able to do that yet. But now we are this close to making it. I'm going to show you this beta version of it's the same program, Holte, that I showed you the cost calculation, and then create the timetable in a Gantt diagram with the BIM model. So we actually just import the BIM model, and then every element got a lot of different package, and then we can create this Gantt diagram, I believe we call it, from the BIM model. And as you can see, we can have a look at all the elements, and the BIM model is following. And the work package group, every related building part is in there. It's not that we build a wall at once. It's different kind of package. And you can go up and see, and of course, say how many people are going to be on this project. And every building part contains an activity sequence. And the great thing with this program is because it always happens to be changes during the process. Because if you create this Gantt diagram and then something happens, maybe the plumber isn't coming in the right time, then you can do the changes and you can do some replanning. And the program calculates how can you then put on some more people, do the changes, and still deliver at the right time. I'm going to show this now because this is something I'm working on right now. And it should be finished in summer. And then we're going to start to use this one. And I'm looking very much forward to it because I believe it's a lot of you can achieve a lot here by having these great plans. Procurement. We have this opportunity today to use the information in the calculation. But today in Norway, we often use the email or the telephone, and that's not good. Because that's, so there's no good planning yet, and I don't use the BIM model yet. But actually, 2 or 3 months ago, a Norwegian company did show us how they use the BIM model with the procurement and with the ordering of the materials. So we're this close to that as well. So I believe we are starting this project now, and I believe during this year, we will be able to use the calculation and the BIM model with the procurement. We did start it paperless construction site about 3 or 4 years ago, because everyone did use these drawings, paper drawings, on the construction site. But with this new model, we can use tablets. So now our customers are using tablets on the construction site. And I think it's fun as well. And I got to write drawings, not the old one. That's also something. So we have this app and this project hotel. This project hotel will share the drawings with all the actors in the process. And this app, it's for our companies. We use this BIMX docs. And that's combining the drawings with the model. And then you can go inside the house three-dimensional, or you can just go down to the drawings. That's quite nice and it's quite easy. So everyone can go around and get up the drawings. You can get the details, where the details should be. And you get the right drawing at the right time. That's very important. So in the beginning, our companies wasn't thinking that this BIM stuff was nothing for us. But when we got this one, and the carpenters could use it as well, then they go, oh, this is great. And they can use it on telephone as well, and the telephone I always have with them. So I believe this was the beginning of everyone using it in our company. At the end, we use something in Norway called Boligmappa. It's actually a customer's homepage for the new home. And if you sell the house, the new owner get the same one. And today we just deliver PDF information. But we hope we can deliver now the BIM model. But if you do deliver the BIM model now, it will be full of information that the customer don't need. So that's something we have to finish first. But it's possible. Just need to get the right information on the BIM model first before we use it. So this is what I've been talking about actually. This is my circle. And this circle I've been talking about now for about 3 or 4 years. In the beginning, it was almost only red. And now it's getting greener and greener. I'm going to show you, when it's green, it means that information can go this way and this way. IFC format, Open BIM standard. And if it's a little bit green and red, like the customer, we can use the BIM model. But when you do changes, you can't put it back yet. And as you can see here, it's quite red at the left side, with local authorities, project management. But I believe that in about 1 year, I got this date next year. I said this should be all green. I'm not sure yet, but we are working on it. What do we achieve using BIM during the whole process? I believe when it's going to be all green, there will be much less conflicts during the whole process, because everyone is getting the right information at the right time, and we use a little bit more time during the planning and the designing that we can achieve when we are building the houses. We got better material deliveries when you have the right planner, and we can order the materials using the BIM model. Faster construction. We see now that our company is using this BIM model, build houses faster because it's better planned. And better earning for all actors in the project. That's also important. It's not only for us, but also the plumber, the electrician, everyone. We get happy customers. Deliver on time, less mistakes, and better products. And at least, maybe the most important, we got happy employees. Less waiting. We spend a lot of time waiting in Norway, probably in Ireland as well, for material and other companies. You have to build it correct the first time, and it's fun as well. The carpenter, when they can use the cell phone or something, they think it's fun. So this is what we do in Norway these days. We're not finished yet. Probably we never will be. But it's getting greener. And yeah. Thank you for listening.